EPL, and as a fan, remember, we are because you are. If you want to come here and organize for us your EPL Team of the Week, feel free to tweet us at Isaac Swiller at Citizen TV Kenya, and you could be our guest here next week just to break it down with Zita. And now, back locally, there are winds blowing in the Kenyan Premier League after FKF unveiled a new broadcast sponsor for the week, and we are counting the cash. Arocho, new partner on board. Congratulations.
I've been quite critical on the current regime, but on this one I'm with them.
You're with them.
I'm with the FKF, bringing money regardless of how much. We'll look at the nitty-gritties later. Let's just bring in money, because money will attract money. A corporate will attract another corporate. The only thing I'm telling my friend Nick Mwendwa and Barry Otieno, accountability, accountability, accountability.
Accountability.
There's no way you will receive money on behalf of Kenyans. It's not your money. You know, at times we tend to think that it's our money. No. You are receiving money on behalf of Kenyans, on behalf of the football fraternity in Kenya. You have to account for it. That's my clarion call.
Accountability, Shitera, real quick. During this event, what I picked out was the Federation chief telling us we've penned a 7-year deal. But on the other hand, the broadcast partners, Azam Limited, saying it's a 5-year deal.
I think it doesn't matter, 5, 7. At the moment, what we need is money, as he puts it. And I think Nick Mwendwa has realized probably the mistake FKF did by trying to rival the previous broadcast sponsors, because they were forced out. And we have been having trouble here and there. Broadcast sponsor signing 5 years but terminating it at year 1. So these are the things that we ask. How solid is this partnership? And we pray that it will be a solid partnership. Probably, as he said, because of accountability. But again, he is used to running football. Let us give him time. That is always what I always advocate for. Let us give him time and see if we can bring the lost glory back. Unfortunately, we are getting someone from Tanzania. I got people arguing in another group that who should be helping who. At this point, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. But Zita, a question to you. Nick's tenure is coming to an end, so to speak, in a matter of 6 months. And here's a long deal that is just signed. We remember what happened when he took over and SuperSport on board.
Correct.
Does this probably present a quagmire to whoever would
the next regime
succeed Nick?
I think the transition from Nick to the next person who will become in the office, that will what will determine if the sponsor will remain there. Because if it's a smooth transition from Nick to the next person, again, the deal will still be there. But if itakuwa na mvutano, it will bring a lot of confusion. For me, I think it's been we've been out of in the dark for the longest time. That is almost 3 years. And then seeing this the deal that has been signed, I think let us give it time, because we can see some light in our games and everything. We can see some light. So for me, I'm into it. Let us see what will happen, because we cannot just judge it from the word go that he has signed a deal, he's leaving or what and what. Let us just see what is going to happen.
Give him time.
Let's see what's going to happen. And at this point in time, we'd like to clarify that we invited the Federation to be on set for this discussion. However, they were not able to avail.
They were non-committal.
Representative. They are non-committal, but either way, when they are ready, we'll host them here. Talking of the deal, Harambee Stars coach Firat Engine has named a squad of some players for the upcoming friendlies. Talk of going to Doha and, of course, hosting the South Sudanese. What do you make of those friendlies?
Good friendlies. Qatar is a team that featured in the World Cup. These are the kind of friendlies we need. Though I'm quite skeptical about that team that was named. There's certain players who don't have much fitness. They've not been playing. For example, Abiud Omar has not played for some time at Police.
But he's ever in the squad, I've realized.
He's not played. He's been injured. He's just coming away out of an injury. My issue is this. How do we pick our national team when the coach is not even present? That's why you will pick players. There are certain players that you will pick who you even wonder how they came into the team. Though I normally don't want to measure on players because players don't select themselves. They are picked. I'd like to measure on my coach. Where are you when the school games were being played? Because when you talk of Adrian Kibet, the new sensational boy in Kenya, how will he transit to the national team if the coach is not in the country? Guys, let's be serious. As much as I give kudos to the Federation, for heaven's sake, we are paying the coach to be in Kenya, not to be in wherever he is.
In Kenya, playing Sudan, will it add value to the others at home?
Sudan is a good side. It will add value.
South Sudan.
South Sudan, actually. It's a good side. We've seen them actually grow. For the last 10 years, Sudan, the Football Federation has really grown for now. So for me, it's a good side. And then seeing the squad that has been the Ferrat squad, I think there's only 2 changes of our players from his previous squad, like maybe 2 local changes. So he has been consistency on the people that have been calling for the national team.
Shitera, probably going to Doha, that's a very competitive league, good of wages, some ex-European players or stars are there. Do you think this is something good and could help expose our players?
From the past experience, I think, question marks, who has sponsored this Doha trip? Is it the same Iran trip that we go, give away points, or for the sake of FIFA ranking, we were invited to Mauritius, give away points for the sake of FIFA ranking? Who has invited us to Doha? That is my biggest question. And if we get to know, maybe the results will prove me wrong. Let me see what Harambee Stars will do in Doha. Otherwise, these are the matches I usually say everything has been paid for you to go and give away points. So let us be serious, guys. I once again sit on the same seat with Arocho.
Thank you.
Let us be serious.
Thank you.
Why can't we organize good friendlies? We organized a friendly against Burundi. We abandoned it because someone had sponsored us to go and play in Iran. Was it? It was in Iran, right? We dropped another friendly that we had organized to go and play another friendly in India. Guys, I think if we have that direction of following in the footsteps of African giants, we should get serious with our friendlies. And
play high-profile
Let us
matches.
Organize high-profile matches. Nigeria,
Cameroon.
Zambia, Cameroon. Why are we playing South
Nigeria?
Why are we playing South Sudan?
We play Kenya.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, the point is home.
Yeah, we played Zambia sometime in the friendly. We played Cameroon. Why are we playing? Okay, it's not bad.
We're starting from somewhere.
Why are we playing South Sudan?
Your point is home. Talking of local is it?
We're starting from somewhere whereby you cannot.
No, guys, we have to move on. We have to move on.
Let me take you back. Let me take her back a bit.
In 30 seconds, we don't have much time.
We were in the same leagues with Algeria when Matthew Owino Automax was number 1, Kenya 1. So where did we lose it? That's why I'm telling you, we should not say that we should start from somewhere. We should not start from South Sudan.
I like the way you're looking at things.
Absolutely.
The leadership of Kenya soccer. The vision that the leadership has. Guys, it's
that
good
is
that
where
an election is coming.
Yes.
Okay,
we need
guys,
to change this set.
We don't have all the time,
Thank you.
but back home...
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Back home, we had a KDF derby, so to speak. Kogalo Defense Forces versus KDF, the real KDF. And of course, Jaro Soldiers Gor Mahia came out tops. Take a look at that action. Zita, I'll start with you before you go to the scoreboard. Gor versus Ulinzi, Gor coming out tops. Do you think, again, they can defend the title? As Rocho says, City is a coronation or a procession, so to speak.
It's not a surprise Gor beating Ulinzi because it was something that it was expected because of the signing they've done, with the signing they've done and the changes they've done in their technical bench. So for me, it is not something that I was expecting for Gor Mahia to win. And going for the title, if Kenya Police pull up their socks, if Bandari now, they have 6 points. You can see even Murang'a still are doing very well, despite people saying that they're from the NSL, now that they're in the KPL. Wamekuja kupatana na watu wazima. So they're doing very well, and they're getting crucial points. That is, against Kakamega Homeboys, getting 3 points. That is something that is a plus for them. So, and then they have a new coach now because Vincent went. He stayed with them for the 3 seasons. So for me, I think Gor Mahia will be there in the top 3 and top 4. But again, we have competition down here. I just want Arocho to say something about Kenya Police, because Arocho was here telling us that Kenya Police, we should be very careful. Look at this Kenya Police again. Something that there are players who can win.
But you need their story.
I'm just trying to say that there are players who can. Kuna wale maplayer wa biashara wanajua huyu ataniwinia match, unajua, and then there are players wenye utaweka tuko wapi kwa squad. So for me, I think they should go back and see the main players that wenye wafanya biashara ya win games, unaelewa. And then again, I want him to talk about again Shabana.
Arocho, over to you. Things are not very good.
No. You know, I have the pedigree to respond.
Yes, go ahead. The pedigree.
Yes, first and foremost, police, give police time, guys. There've just been issues here and there.
What time is sufficient?
Now, wait. After 5 matches, after 10 matches,
too early.
Then we'll start talking. You know, the Murangas of this world, which any other team that is up there.
You know, that is why people talked about Leicester when they won the league.
But you asked me a question. Let me respond.
Respond in 10 seconds.
Yes, in 10 seconds. Give police time. It's just a matter of time. Gor Mahia are doing so well. For me, Gor Mahia is the experience that they have, the kind of technical bench that they have. But there's a team that you guys are not mentioning. There's a match that I'm itching to hear.
KCB,
guys,
after 3 seasons.
And I need an apology from you, Shitera.
Apology? Actually, you need to give us an apology.
Apology, yes.
Shabana. Now that Shabana is not beaten,
you're supporting KCB.
You have gone back to default settings.
Wait, guys. You talk in silence. I also need my time. Please protect me.
Okay, you're protected.
Please protect me.
Okay.
What I'm saying is this. Shabana have picked they've scored their first goal. They've picked their first point. Still too early in the day. KCB did wonders over the weekend on Friday. And I've been saying it,
after
guys.
This season.
It's just a matter of time. Give these teams time. Shabana will excel. KCB will excel. And of course, the naysayers will be embarrassed.
They'll excel. Okay, but how about at the Leopards' Dane? Despite their rich history and decorated past, AFC Leopards have of late failed to hit the heights expected of them, failing to win, let alone challenge for the league title in over 25 years. Every season, the club's fans have been treated to empty promises of league conquest that gets extinguished by every feeble attempt. But what exactly ails the Big Cats? Our very own Zita Jimoi visited the Dane in a bid to unravel the puzzle.
Despite being one of the oldest football clubs in the top tier and one that brought so much success to Kenyan football in its glorious years gone by, Ingwe have failed to hit the heights expected of them. Every new campaign starts with the promise of challenging for the long elusive league title, but end up in the heartache for their legion of fans.
Today, I'm a happy man because I can sleep. Because when I look at my team, we have a team that can compete. We have a depth that can actually give backup to the main team. And the last 2 years have been very difficult. We've been playing without any depth, any backup. And now where we are as a club, we have achieved to go through the FIFA sanctions.
The turmoil has not just been on the pitch, but it as well, as financial difficulties coupled by administration goals has nearly crippled the club, leading to FIFA sanctions.
As we are trying to recover, we had COVID and the world came to a standstill, and that is the time when football was not played for the first time in many years in the world. And we had a lot of players going back to their places. We had some foreign players, and that's brought about the FIFA embargo, because those foreign players who we had, and when they went back to their places, it was difficult for them to be paid, and hence they took us to FIFA.
The consistency in the technical bench has also been another puzzle. In the last 8 years, the club revolving door has claimed over 17 coaches, and most recently being Belgian Patrick Osims, who threw in the towel in a half in July this year, leaving the club bosses scratching their heads over Kenya shillings 20 million pay claim.
He left early because of treatment, going for treatment. So when we saw the tweet that he was not coming back, it was a bit disappointing. We got a communication that we need to pay him the money he had been awarded. And to us, it was wrong. It was not professional. We have come from a difficult past where anyone could have dropped the ball in terms of resign because you're not making ends meet. And I decided to defend my seat because I knew about the FIFA mess. I knew it will require serious commitment to solve it.
Exit Osims and in comes Tom Juma, a club legend who was part of the playing unit in 1998 when the club last won the KPL title. Juma says he has seen it all, and his desire, like every club legend, is to have the Leopard draw again, a dream he hopes to fulfill together with his deputy Fred Ambani.
We make a lot of changes kwa team, kuanzia goalkeeper mpaka mbele, but they need to be together, so lazima tupatie time.
Nataka nenye kipewa time at least kwa pamoja wa gel ni timu inaweza fanya shughuli. Plan yetu kama season kuchukua ligi.
For now, the club has signed over 12 new players who they hope will help them challenge Gor Mahia and Tusker hegemony.
Hii season timu imefunguliwa, timu imeweza kusign. So I think tunaweza compete vizuri sasa hii season.
We believe this team can win the league, push us to the next level, even not to win the league, but to compete in Africa.
Tukiangalia wakati tunapiga game na last season wakati tulikuwa tunapiga game, game imekuwa iko sawa.
Tunafurahia next season sasa ni ligi.
Fulfilling such a dream will be satisfactory to their restless fan base that has endured all the pain over the years. Reporting for Sporty Monday, Citizen TV, I am Zita Jimoi.
That's our very own Zita Jimoi when she visited the Den. Zita, real quick on the scoreboard, how has it been with past coaches?
We are still talking scoreboard. We're still talking about the Ingwe, that is the technical bench. Head coach is now Tom Juma, assistant coach is Fred Ambani, and team manager is Albert Wesonga. So they've signed more than 12 players, and you can see most of the players are from Nzoia. Almost 7 players from Nzoia Sugar. So these are the players that they've signed, and mostly, if you can see, they're all local players. They've not signed any player from the international door. So all of them, they are local players. I want us to go through from 2022 how many coaches that Ingwe has had in their Den. So from here we talk about, I think we missed putting I think James Nandwa here, who won for them the FKF Cup. So from all these, you can see all of them, they're foreign players, in despite the James Nandwa and Robert Matano, who won again the FKF Cup with them in 2017. So you can see almost Anthony Kimani was with them, who was about an interim coach, and now they have Tom Juma. So you can see from 2012 to 2023, they've had almost more than 10 coaches, and most of them are foreigners. Foreign coach who have not even
so Zita,
bring something on the table. Yes,
I hear you, but of course, because of the business of the day, of course, because of the Africa Summit, we'll stop at the scoreboard, and of course, go to Swila's shot of the week.
Okay.
In my shot this week, I look at the plight and the successes of our national women's volleyball team, Malkia Strikers. In a country where team sport success is few and far between, Malkia, like the name suggests, have written in quick succession the most beautiful chapters as far as women's volleyball is concerned. Their statistics make for a beautiful reading, as literary experts would say. Apart from the National Rugby Sevens team Shujaa, whose star has shone across the rugby pitches for ages, no other team sport comes close to matching the Shujaa except Malkia. Not even our beloved, yet perennially underachieving Harambee Stars can hold a candle. It therefore came as no surprise when for the 10th time, 10 days ago in Yaoundé, Cameroon, they topped Africa, dispatching giants Egypt by straight sets to become the African champions in what is equivalent to the Africa Cup of Nations, if football comparison is to be made. That conquest earned them a ticket to next year's Olympic Games set for Paris, France, where they will brush shoulders with the world's best. This is no fluke, ladies and gentlemen, but a stark reminder of the rigorous training, tactical discipline, hard work, and above all, determination for success the team has shown. Watching the girls spike their way to glory was a moment we should all be collectively proud of. However, with this success, questions abound. What do our volleyball queens have to write home about, despite decades of service to the country? Like athletes, they put Kenya on the world map for all the right reasons, unlike our glory-seeking politicians. I mean, if we narrow it down to the last 10 to 15 years, many of them, such as Jane Washu, Janet Wanja, Mercy Mohim, Braxidis Agala, just to mention but a few, have all prowled the volleyball courts like a colossus, entertaining us at their prime. But what has the state bequeathed them? I am aware that the government did honor them this past week for their African heroics, but they deserve much, much more. This should be the norm every time they bring us glory. To crown it all, the government should see to it that it builds world-class indoor arenas across the length and breadth of our country if the sport is to be revitalized across all age categories, while a lot of sponsorship should follow in kind. And that is my shot of the week. Today, we had asked you, the viewer, your thoughts, who will win the EPL title and why. Of course, action is quite tense. Arocho, Samboit.
Wow, Manchester will win the title. They have an experienced coach and players too. He didn't even, okay, we didn't get his name, but hiyo ni ngumu.
No, he's right. Which
Zita?
Manchester?
Team of the week should consist Salah and Thiago Silva. Nimesikia.
That's Moses from Kisumu. Shtera?
Arsenal is the champions of 2023-2024. Na maneno ni matatu.
Man City will win because of their manager, Pep. They were not telling us where you are tweeting from.
Kevin Brandy from Kapsoa. Arsenal will win the league. Take it to the bank. Wow.
This is Malcolm from Kerugoya. I think Arsenal gonna win the title. This because Arteta has focused more on team depth. Ndio kisi Murambe kama last season.
Do you have more? Boaz Wachuma from Chesamisi, you're saying, having looked at Chelsea pre-season matches, I think with the coming back of Nkuku and James, he's talking of Reece, expect miracles from the Blues.
Hey. Steve from Eldoret.
Go ahead.
Mi naona Liverpool ikiwin league because shida yao ilikuwa mid na wamesolve. So please watch that team closely.
Well, those are your feedback. And as I said this week, maneno ni mangapi? Matatu. 3 goals, 3 points, and of course on the 3rd of September. And the panelists are equally 3. It has been beautiful, of course, guys. Thanks for keeping us company. We would have loved to go on and on, but remember, climate change in Aturamba. So we have to go to the KICC, where lots of developments are taking place. But thanks for keeping us company. Let's do this again, same time, same place next week. Citizen TV, the leading TV network in Kenya, East Africa, and Central Africa. Remember, we are because you are. Bye-bye from us.